Hello guys, in today's video we're going to create a custom validator in Angular that will validate our credit or debit cards. So stay with me and see you in a couple of seconds. Here we have an Angular application that we created in the last video. So if you missed that one, you can pause this one and go and watch that one. Otherwise, you can just download the project from GitHub and continue watching the video. So here we have a source, and in the source we have a user form component that we created in the past video. So what is that user form actually? I'll just open this that I'm running on by NGS. And this is the form that we created in the last video, and here we are going to add a new field for validating debit cards. So before creating that field, let's see how are we actually gonna create that field, so the logic behind it. Here we're going to use so-called Luhn algorithm. This is this one here. So I created this for us explanation. So it is a Luhn algorithm, or called modules 10 or mode 10. So you'll find it by these names. So it is named after its creator, I mean scientist, Hans-Peter Luhn. So what is this Luhn algorithm actually, and how is this gonna help us with validating debit or credit cards? So here I've added just a blank credit card, like an example, and now we're going through this Luhn's algorithm through its actual step, and to see how is it going to help us with the validating cards. So the first step in the Luhn's algorithm is to reverse the credit card number. So we are getting this credit card number and reversing it, so it's going like this from the right to left. Then the second step is to double every second digit here. So every second digit. So in this case it's 3, 5, 7, 9, 7, and so on and so on. So after doing this, if the result of doubling is greater than 9, then we have to subtract 9 from it. So in this case we have a 6 and it stays like 6. In this we have a 10. Then we have to subtract 9 and we will get 1. Also 7, 14. And then we have to subtract 9, we got a 5, and so on and so on. In the end, we have to sum all the digits that we get there. So also with the one that we haven't doubled. So in this case, 2, 6, 4, 1. So I have in mind that this number is reversed. So it should be like 2, 6, 4, 1, and so on and so on. So in the end, when we get the numbers, we have to get a sum from all of these numbers here, and we have to check if that sum is divisible by 10. So if it is, the credit card number is considered valid, otherwise it's invalid. So I have an example that we're going through right now, sorry, and to get this Luhn's algorithm. So let's validate the credit card number like this one here. So we have this number here, and we're going to validate it. So following the Luhn's algorithm, the first step, reverse the credit card number. So we have the reverse number. So it is going from the right here, and we have 0, 4, 9, 6, and so on and so on here. And the second step is to double every second digit from the right. So doubling 4, 6, 6, 2 here, and then we can see the result after doubling here. So every pink number is doubled actually here, and as we can see here we have like 12, 2 times 10, 10. So these numbers are greater than 9. So we have to adjust the doubled numbers. So to adjust them, we have to adjust the divide by 9. And that's it. So we have to subtract 9 from them. So 12 becomes 3, 12 becomes 3 again, and 10 becomes 1, and 10 becomes 1. So here we can see that. So 12 becomes 3, 12 becomes 3 here, and 10 becomes 1 here, and 10 again becomes 1 here. So after we sum everything here, we get the number 77. So we have to check if it's divisible by 10. So this means that since 77 is not divisible by 10, the credit card is considered invalid. So this is it. So this is all that we have to do to get the validation of the credit card numbers here. So let's switch to Visual Studio Code and start creating this validator and actually move this logic from here and create a validator from it. So going back to Visual Studio Code. Sorry. Okay. Here we're going to create. Let's first create a field for the credit card here. Okay, so I'll add it just after the phone. So what can we do? We can just duplicate this here down, and instead of calling it phone, we'll call it credit card. Okay, credit card, and also I'll change it here and here and here and here and here, and also we're gonna just say invalid card here, and also we're going to call it invalid credit card, invalid card number, and then we just gonna remove this here. So this is the first step, and in our component user form here, we're just going to add a new input field here to this form builder group. So it is going to be called credit card. Okay, and into that one we're gonna just add this array, and also we're gonna add validators. So it is going to be required, and that's it for now. In the next steps, we're going to add our custom validator here, actually. So let's save and go back to here to see if we have this. So we have 2 times phone, and we just have to change this also here. So I'm just calling it, okay, credit card field, going back, and we can see credit card field. And now let's add some validation also here. So what we can see here, okay, we will just add another one here. We can see that here we are just getting the credit card errors, is it invalid? So, but we want also to add for the required. So, okay, here I'm just gonna duplicate this and say, okay, credit card errors required. And right now here, I'm just getting the errors from the credit card phone control, actually, and just checking if it has a required error in this object here. Then I'll suggest the credit card is required. So card number is required. Okay. Required, hit save, then we can go back to our form. We can click here and unfocus, and it is going to say credit card is required. And after that, we are just doing that. And after this step, we're going to add a new validator here. So we had a phone validator from the last time here, and right now we are adding a new one. So credit card validator. So this is gonna be our validator. So what we have to do here actually. So first thing that we are going to do is to create a function. So export default function credit card validator that is actually receiving a control as an input parameter. Control that is actually abstract control. Okay, we're importing that. And also this function is gonna return validation errors or null, depending is it valid or invalid. And we're just going to return null right now. And then we're gonna add a logic here for this. So what do we have to do here? As we said that we have to get the card number. So the first thing is gonna be just const card number equals control dot value. So this is our card number right now here. The next thing, we are going to add sum. So let sum equals 0. So this is something that is going to hold all sum of our numbers from the card. As you remember from here, the sum is going to be this. So this is something that we are adding to this sum field here. So this sum field is getting all the numbers here. So okay, going back. So the next thing is gonna be should double. So let should double, and let's say false. This property, this actually variable here, is gonna be something that we have used to check is it the second number or should it be doubled when calculating. So you'll see in the next steps where we're gonna use it. But this is basically the thing that we had here. Okay, so we are checking is it the second or fourth or sixth or eighth number. So to get these numbers here, we're going to use that variable there. So that variable is going to hold should it be doubled or not. So this is the one. The next step is to add a for loop. So the for loop is going to get the all card number digits and go through them. And the check, is it the second number, should it be doubled or not? Okay, so we can do it by this. Actually like this. So for, and let's say let I equals card number length. Okay, -1. As we want to just add it like this, and I is going to be greater or equal to 0, and you're going to see what are we going to do right now. And now we are decreasing the loop, so we are going for in the reverse. So we are reversing this loop. It's not going from start to end, but it's going to end to start. So as we want to reverse this number, so this card number has to be reversed, as we said recently. So this card number has to be reversed. Now we're going through the looping through all of these numbers, but in the reverse order. So we're just getting the 0, 4, 9, 6, and so on and so on. So that's the thing. Why are we actually reversing the loop there? So okay, let's switch back to this one here. Just clear out. And now we will add the digits. So let digit equals plus card number from I. So by adding a plus sign in front of this array item here, we are actually converting a string into a number here, as we are getting the numbers as strings from this array. And now we're going to say the following. If should double, in case that the number is second one, digit times equals 2. So we are I'm just using the short version of the same thing, as it is going to be like digit equals digit times 2. So if we add just like this, we're gonna get the same result, but the thing is that we are just shortening this case here. And also, if digit is greater than 9, we're gonna do the following: digit minus equals 9. Also, we are checking if a digit is greater than 9, and then we are going to divide, to remove 9 from that digit. So we could also write it like this: digit, and then a digit equals digit minus 9. So it's the same as you like. So this one is maybe a bit clearer, but they do the same thing. And in the end, still in the for loop, we have to check the sum. So sum plus equals digit. So again, we are just adding sum plus digit to the sum, the end sum, and also should double. After each iteration, we'll just reverse it. So it will just be a negation from should double. So if it was true, it will be false, and vice versa. So this is it for this validator for now. And now we just have to, instead of returning null, we have to do some check. So sum modulo. So this modulo actually, after we, in this case, modulo 10 would say, okay, if we divide something by 10, if there is a rest of numbers, it will just guess the rest of numbers. So if the rest of numbers is actually 0, then this means that there is nothing. If it has something, then the number is not valid. So card number. Also, I'm right now, okay, I'll just do it like this. Then after I'll add another check. So if it's now, if it's 0, then we will just return null. So this validator has no errors and it is not returning any errors. So it has to be null. Otherwise, we have to return something. So I'm adding an object key here and setting it to true. So this object key can be anything you want. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't have just to be invalid card number or whatever you want. You can add, because that's something that you're gonna add into the checking here in the user form field. So sorry, user form component. Let me show that. So here, instead of invalid credit card, so it was credit card, invalid credit card, it would be anything you add here to this error object that you're checking it from. So this is it right now. So sorry, so invalid card number, and we're gonna just add invalid card number. Okay, and I have just to save this and to be able to check this validation here. So we have a credit card that is invalid, actually touched, and we can get the credit card number is required. So if we also, sorry, we forgot to add a validator to import that validator here. So in the credit card, we're just going to add the validator, credit card validator, and this is it. So it is gonna get the this control inside of it, and it is gonna check everything that we already wrote there. So the thing is that we have to just check it like this. Okay, you can see that this is not correct. Credit card number is required. Then we can see that if we add something, it's card number is required, but it doesn't require it. But just let me check. Something is making an issue here. Credit card validator. Okay, we just have to credit card. Get field, credit card field is there. Okay, let me just check why it's not showing the error here. We haven't saved the validator, sorry. Okay, so card number is required. So it says invalid card number, and then we have to add some card number. But you can check it with your number card, but we'll just, we have just this, like it's, yeah, so I guessed the number. Okay, so using this, this methodology and the Luhn algorithm, we are able to validate the credit card number. So it doesn't mean that we are validating the card itself, so is it expired or not, but this is something that the companies that are creating credit cards, banking systems, are using like this algorithm to generate the number on the card. So if the card doesn't fit the number, that means that it's incorrect, so you are able to validate the number like this. Also, one thing that we can add here is actually we can also check if the card number length is 16 characters. So if as we have 4 times by 4 numbers on the card, so we can just check and card number length equals 16. So this is something that we are checking. So this and this. So if this is correct, then it's null, otherwise it's not. So we can do it like this. Hit save, and we're just oops, invalid card number. Then we could add also another validation for numbers that is just getting the digits, and so on and so on. So this is the basic validation that is gonna work actually, and other things you can add by yourself and expand this functionality here. So that's it when it comes to validating debit cards using Angular. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.